How many times have you held back on a dream or goal, just waiting to feel ready? Be honest. We've all been there, telling ourselves the lie that confidence is something we must have before we take action. But here's the reality check. Confidence isn't the starting point, it's the result. You do not need some magical surge of confidence to begin. In fact, waiting to feel confident is often just an excuse, a trap that keeps you stuck. The truth is, confidence doesn't come for those who wait. Confidence comes to those who act. It's not a prerequisite to action. It's the byproduct of action. Let that sink in. Confidence is a byproduct. You build it by doing the very thing you're uncertain about. Every great success, every hero you admire, started before they felt ready. They started scared. They started unsure, but they started. And that made all the difference. The psychology of confidence, evidence over emotions. Your mind might whisper, "I'm not confident enough yet," but psychology says otherwise. Confidence grows from evidence, not emotions. What does that mean? Your brain needs proof that you can handle challenges, and that proof comes from taking action. Every time you act and survive or succeed, you create mental evidence. Hey, I did that. I handled it. This evidence builds confidence. Psychologist Albert Bandura, known for his work on self-efficacy, found that the strongest way to build belief in your abilities is through mastery experiences. Simply put, succeeding through action. Each small win, every step through fear, becomes a reference point for your mind, reinforcing, "I've done this before, I can do it again." Think of it as laying bricks. Each action adds a brick, and brick by brick, you build a solid foundation of confidence. Remember, the first time you try anything, a new skill, speech, workout, will probably be your worst attempt. But that also means it's the least confident you'll ever be, because from there you only improve. The more actions you take, the clearer it becomes. You can grow and adapt. Clarity doesn't precede action, it results from it. Confidence comes through reps, not waiting. Here's a neuroscience twist. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and confront something intimidating, you teach your brain to be less afraid. This is the same principle behind exposure therapy, where repeated action gradually reduces fear. Avoiding challenges increases anxiety and shrinks confidence. Facing them, even in small doses, expands your comfort zone and boosts your belief in yourself. Confidence isn't some innate gift reserved for a select few. It's a skill, a muscle strengthened by action, especially when you don't feel ready. Your readiness isn't a prerequisite for growth. It's a result of growth. Every courageous step you take, despite uncertainty, is an investment in your future confidence. Are you waiting for confidence? Ask yourself, have you been stuck waiting to feel ready? If so, watch for these warning signs that fear is quietly in control. You overthink, over-research, and never act. You call it being thorough, but really it's fear of making the wrong move. You're planning so much, you've forgotten to start. Perfectionism. You wait for the perfect time, the perfect setup, the perfect version of yourself. But perfectionism isn't high standards. It's fear of failure in disguise. And waiting for perfect means you'll wait forever. Avoidance. You do everything except what actually matters. Emails, errands, distractions, anything to avoid discomfort. But each time you avoid, you send your brain the message, "I can't handle this." And that slowly chips away at your confidence. See yourself in any of these? That's okay. Awareness is the first step. Now you get to choose. Stay stuck or take action, even if it's uncomfortable. No more waiting. Confidence doesn't come before action. It follows it. The 3C loop. Commit, consistency, confidence. The solution. It's time to escape the waiting to feel ready trap with the 3C loop. Commit, consistency, confidence. It's a self-fueling cycle that drives real growth. Commit. Say yes before you feel ready. Set things in motion. Sign up. Say it out loud. Set the date. This is where courage overrides comfort. When you commit, you burn your excuses and force growth to begin. Consistency. Now show up again and again, even when you don't feel like it. Repetition builds competence, and competence builds confidence. Each rep, each small win is a message to your brain. I'm capable. Even tiny daily habits reinforce that you keep your word to yourself. And that's the foundation of self-trust. Confidence, the result. One day, what once scared you becomes second nature. The fear fades, the proof stacks up, and you realize, I've got this. This is earned confidence, not hype, not luck, but the product of courage and consistency. And here's the best part. The more confidence you build, the more boldly you commit next time. The loop continues, upward. Example, you've always wanted to run a marathon, but don't feel ready. Still, you commit. You sign up for one. 6 months away. It's scary, but now it's real, so you start training. At first, you struggle with just a mile, but you stay consistent, rain or shine, and slowly build up. Mile by mile, doubt turns into belief. On race day, you cross the finish line changed, stronger, more capable and confident. You didn't wait to feel ready. You committed, stayed consistent, and became ready. That's the 3C loop in action. Courage comes first, confidence follows. Here's the truth. You don't need to feel ready. You need to be brave. Courage comes first. Confidence comes later. Every confident person you admire once took a shaky first step before they felt sure. Life won't pause while you build belief. Opportunities won't wait. So speak up while your voice shakes. Start before you're ready. Because in those moments, courage is shaping your future confidence. Confidence is earned, not imagined. It's built through messy, imperfect action. Each brave step is a deposit in your confidence bank. So act now, not tomorrow, not someday. Whatever is calling you, answer it, even scared, especially scared. Leap and build your wings on the way down. Courage comes first. Confidence follows. Your future self is waiting. Go meet them. Confidence isn't a prerequisite, it's a byproduct. Click on this next video to learn. Become a warrior, not a worrier.